afternoon. Hi, fashion dolls. It is Motivation Monday, July 10th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is no stranger to the screen. He is the king of Tubi with over 70 plus films. That's right. 70 films. He has done over 70 films. I'm super excited to have him here in the dollhouse for his third consecutive interview. But before I get into that, I want to give a very special shout out while we're waiting on our very special guest, Nelson, to get here, because I know you guys are waiting on this interview. Hey, brother K-Tukes. Shout outs to my girl, Hypnotic Skincare. I don't know if you guys follow my stories, but go and check out my stories. Today's scent routine is all things peach. And when I tell you it smells so good, it smells so good. So y'all need to go and get you some Hypnotic Skincare. Black owned. Her body scrub is everything. So without further ado, let's get into some things with the one, the only, the interview you guys have been waiting for and going crazy over, Nelson J. Davis. Hello,
Hey,
hello. Strength in a
hey,
minute. How have you been?
I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Been
Yes,
great. How about
we
yourself?
both have been so super busy. I know you guys have been waiting for this interview. I see you all are coming in. Welcome, welcome. We are here with Mr. Tubi himself. You guys have crowned him Mr. Tubi. How does it feel to be crowned Mr. Tubi? Because everyone is watching your projects. You have a couple new projects which are coming out, which we'll talk about as well too. So how does it feel to be crowned Mr. Tubi?
You know, it's a great feeling. For the record, I never call myself that, but I hear it a lot. But I humbly accept that. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling when I hear it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, so what have you been up to? This is your third time coming back to the dollhouse. So how's all been?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for bringing me back. Just the same old, same old. Just been trying to make moves in movies. Just been working on a lot of projects and just keeping up the momentum.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. And you have some upcoming projects coming out. Triple Standard, and you also did Diary of a Unicorn, which is out right
yeah,
now. And you also did Trading Partners, which
yeah.
is in post production, and Church, which is completed.
Right, right. Yes.
So you have been very busy. So how has it been with balancing out all of these projects, directing, doing all of this behind the scenes as well too?
It's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool, but I just really, really, truly love what I do. So I'm just really passionate about it. It never seems like work. It's never hard. It's just an adrenaline rush constantly. So that's about
Yes,
all I can say.
and you also did Memoirs of a Vixen. You did Homeboy and Cries of Desire, which was in 2022. So you have
Yeah,
a lot of projects
yeah.
out. So on the go, balancing it all out. How is it mentally for you? How do you do it?
All I can say is God's work because sometimes I look back and don't even know how I did it. To be honest, to be truly honest with you, like I said, I think it just becomes easy when you really love what you do. Like I said, I really, really do love what I do. So it's not really a challenge. It's like it is a challenge, but it's an exciting challenge. I like challenges. So
Sunshine, thank you. You look gorgeous. I know I changed up the look. The blonde had to go. I had to do something a little bit different. So shout outs to Melanie Nella, my Bridges, for making sure that we are right and effortless every episode. And her birthday was Thursday. So make
mm,
sure you guys go and
happy
yes. She
belated
always
birthday.
gets me right. So Nelson, the conversation, I wanted to talk about something that's been heavy in my mind because you are a black man. And I'm pretty sure you've had your concerns about it too. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you that are watching have had your concerns at home as well too. Toxic masculinity. I've been curious to get your thoughts on that because it's in the industry and a lot of people have been talking about it. What are your thoughts on that?
Toxic masculinity. It it's funny because it is a lot of that going around, but I think it's just all about knowing like who you are and that type of stuff. It doesn't really bother me. I see it. I see it. I screenshot certain things that I see online. I send it to my friends. We laugh about it. Like, not that the person is a joke. I'm more laughing at the person who said whatever, because I'm just like, y'all are really small minded. Like, I saw something like really crazy online. I think it might have went viral. It was like, if you order dessert on a date, then you're gay, or something crazy like that. I was like, what? I'm like, y'all getting out of hand. People
Right.
are dumb. It's sad. It's sad.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
But as far as that, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But as far as that, I mean, I just think that it's silly. And once you know who you are, it doesn't really matter what someone thinks is masculine or what it's not. You're just you. That's
And
how I
one of
see it.
your
I
projects
mean,
that I love is Diary of a Unicorn. Diary of a Unicorn is I can't give away the whole story, what it's about, but you guys know that I've had Juan Baishaw on the show. He's in the film as well. Yes.
yeah, my guy. Yeah, he's
What? These
dope.
people
He's
are
dope.
crazy and they wonder why they can't get a good man. Yeah, I want to touch on that because it's been bothering me. I know people were wondering what happened Friday. We had a guest that was supposed to come on the show. Let's just get it out, get the worm out the can. And I'm just gonna say this: if your insecurities projected onto me for me causing me to tone myself down to make you feel comfortable is a problem, I'm not gonna do that. Toxic masculinity. Um, we have an issue within the Black community that we have to work on, and it starts with having understanding and having the conversations. And Friday, we were supposed to have a guest that came on the show, and I don't know what happened. I got stood up for that interview. He did not show for that interview, and I'm just going to address it. We're going to put it out there and be transparent as possible. I've never had to do this in any of my interviews, but I know people were wondering and speculating what happened to her. Why didn't she go live Friday? My guest did not show. And I will say this: if you were not comfortable knowing what you were getting yourself into when you came onto my talk show and my platform, then that's all on you. I will not tone down myself, my sensuality, my femininity, my charm, all of these things that make me uniquely me for you to make you feel comfortable. And this is for anybody who is in the LGBTQ community. For years, we have been told we have to tone things down. And my thing is this: one message that I put out here on my platform is that everybody should be themselves authentically and just embrace who they are truthfully. And I want people to know that this is a safe space and this is a home where people can express themselves however they want to. So I just wanted to address that. Now, as far as the whole situation, because I know Nelson, I'm over here like Whitney Houston, y'all. I'm over here patting and stuff. We ain't got no air. Yeah.
Oh,
So this is me real raw and in the moment right here. We had a guest that was supposed to come on the show, Artistic Visions, I'm explaining it, and he did not come on the show. I'm assuming because of his insecurities. And I will just say this: my girl Sunshine knows me, and a few others in the comments know me very, very well. And I know people are lost, like, what's going on? I'm just going to break it down to one simple word because I know people have been wanting to know the obvious. And I will just say this: it's homophobia, transphobia, and then colorism. If you get where I'm going with this, it's a number of things that I've experienced from that particular person that I was supposed to be interviewing that Friday. And I think the key one was transphobia. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I wanted to address it because I know people were wondering, well, what happened Friday? I didn't say anything about it because I didn't want my guests to worry what was going on. But by me speaking about it now and being transparent and candid, I feel so much better. So that's why I brought up toxic masculinity, because the whole conversation surrounding Blueface. And I will just say this, and then I'm gonna, yeah,
oh, I'm not even on the loop on that.
yeah,
So this is new to
I'm
me.
gonna say this: you cannot force someone to be something that they are not comfortable with being. And another thing is this as well also too. People need to learn authentically to live and indulge and embrace in their truth. You cannot force someone to automatically be straight. You can't shove it down their throat. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen my girl T.S. Madison and a few others touch on the situation involving Blueface on their talk shows and platform. And this is the first time ever I've gotten candid with Nelson or even had the conversation with Nelson on toxic masculinity. Yes, absolutely, Terrell. That's what happened. And I will just say this. You cannot, how am I trying to say it? You cannot, and I mean you cannot, force your beliefs onto your child. If your child doesn't want to play, and I'm going to use this as an example, if they don't want to play basketball, you can't make them play basketball. They need to learn to think and fend for themselves. But if this is what you like, you can't force it onto your child. Let them have their own identity. Let them embrace who they are. You can't force them to do that. So I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth on that probably on Friday's show, but I'm not going to take away too much, but I just wanted to touch on toxic masculinity. And I think you guys should check out Diary of a Unicorn because it talks about, sexuality and fluidity. It's a great project. So make sure you guys go and check out Diary of a Unicorn. Shout outs to Nelson for that project and Sharita and everyone else as well too. And thank you guys for tuning into this platform. I just wanted to touch on that. Nelson is one of the best movie directors. I need to work with him one day. And my girl Sunshine wants to know if you're single. So I just wanted to touch on that. And I feel so much better getting it all out in the open because I know you guys were like, what is she talking about? Kind of threw you for a loop, but I needed to talk about toxic masculinity.
Yeah. Threw us all for a loop, but hey, get it out. Because I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry
that's what happened Friday because I know you guys are like, what happened? Why didn't you go on? Why wasn't it a show? Yes, I got stood up for that interview. And you're getting so much love in the comments. Terrell says, Nelson, thank you for being positive always. And Chocolate says, Nelson, we love you.
Thank you. Thank you all. I love y'all.
Oh my goodness. So let's get into these projects. Out of all of your projects that you've shot this year, Nelson, which one has to be your favorite? Because you've done so many, and I'm pretty sure it's more and more to come.
This year, wow.
He can't even remember. It's so many.
I'm trying to figure out what we shot this year. It's all running together. I'm like, no, that was last year. Concealment 2. That's probably my favorite. We did a sequel to Concealment. We shot that in May. So that has to be hands down my favorite that we shot this year.
All right, so I'm just gonna get the cat out the bag. Today I'm being bold and daring because I'm pretty sure Deontay was here. All right. What's gonna happen with He Said, She Said too? Because I'm pretty sure the viewers are waiting on a sequel. Yeah. What's your response to that?
Okay. All right. So we definitely want to keep that story going. Don't give up on it. But the thing is, I'll go ahead and put it out there. The thing is, we're trying to decide if we want to do a part 2 or if we want to do a series spinoff. So that's where we are with that. But either way, the story is going to continue. So I'll say that.
All right, so y'all got to stay tuned because I know people. The last time I had Deontay here, and it's been a minute since I've caught up with him. I have to get him back on the show. People were asking, "Where's 2? What about Nelson?" I said, "You have to find out his response." So I figured I would ask what the viewers wanted to know, which is a sequel coming. So you guys just have to stay tuned.
Yeah, and he's actually in our Concealment 2. So we talked about it then too. So he's actually in that as well. And we definitely got to keep that story.
Y'all can't let Bird get away with that. He said, she said, yes. I know you guys wanted to know. That's why I asked the questions.
It's definitely going to come.
We just have to stay tuned. All right, with the year almost being out, what can we expect 2024 for Nelson? Because I'm pretty sure there's even more to come in the future with you. And you have more projects coming up in the year of 2020. We're halfway out. Yeah, a quarter of the year is almost out. So What can we expect for 2020?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. We did triple standard. That's coming soon, and people gonna be mad at me the way that that ends. So we're already about to shoot part two. So I'm excited about that. We already shoot part two before part one even comes out. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I'm excited about that. We shoot that in September, so you can expect that in
All
2024.
right.
Concealment 2 will probably come out in 2024 as well. And it's funny that you mentioned Diary of the Unicorn, because you know it's a trilogy. We got Diary of the Unicorn, we got Memoirs of a Vixen, and we're actually going to do a third part of that universe, which I'm going to be leading. It's kind of surrounds my character. It's called Life of a Bull. So we shoot that sometime in the fall or the winter. So that should come out
And
next year
Team
as well.
Nelson J. Davis said, we waiting for that. They have been waiting for this interview. And thank you, Team Nelson J. Davis, for supporting the platform. Always coming through, always checking out the stories to see what is going on. Shout outs to my girl Angela, who was on the Girl Talk panel. We're gonna set something up with the ladies again pretty soon. So Angela DM me. I see my girl Sunshine here. She is a big Nelson fan, and she asked, I missed her question. She wants to know, are you single, Nelson? All right,
I
ladies,
am
that
single.
answers your questions. Life of a Bull. And another one people are expecting a sequel for, Nelson, is Lady's Choice. What can we expect with that one? Because that plot twist at the end, I watched the whole movie. I was not expecting the plot twist.
Thank you,
I'll
first
just
of
say
all.
this: you went Eddie
Thank you
Murphy
so
on
much for
us in
watching
the in that one. I'll just say
that. Thank you so much for checking that out. I'm not giving up on Lady's Choice. It's not some of the other titles, so you know those ones that get priority as far as sequels. However, you know it's still kind of early in the game. It's only been out a year, so I'm hoping that you know we can get some leverage still and get that sequel. I can't make any promises, but I really want to get that. I have the story up here, but you know, we gotta get some more streams. We gotta prove to them that they
All
want it.
right. They've already crowned you the king of Tubi, and people want more. They are definitely wanting more. So what do you have to say to your fans and supporters? Because they have been anticipating this interview. As soon as I dropped the promo flyer that you were coming back on the show, because you've been on, this is your third consecutive time coming back to my talk show. What do you have to say to your fans and supporters? Because they've been wanting more.
I just first of all, thank you so much for all the love. None of it goes, you know, without me seeing it. Nothing I take for granted. I really, really appreciate you know all the love. First of all, and secondly, I'm working as fast as I can to get as much out to you as quickly as possible. I know about a year since I dropped, over a year now since I dropped, you know, one of my movies, which was Lady's Choice that came out July 1st last year. So a lot of people are like, okay, when's the next movie coming out? Because at one point in time, I had a movie dropping at least like every month.
And I said that in
I got to slow
the,
down
the second
a little
interview. I
bit
said,
because
you
you know
got
they're getting
something new. You
better.
just keep dropping these flyers,
Yeah,
keep dropping these flyers. You had a new film coming out for almost every day, just about.
yeah. It was a few times that two dropped in 1 week. One time we had a double release day. I remember when Concealment 1 came out. Concealment 1 and Halloween Kickback, they dropped on the same day. Um, Last year I had Lady's Choice and Cries of Desire dropped 3 days apart on the Tubi. So I mean, it's been crazy a few times. I'm like, yo, that's dope though. But the next project does come out September 26th. It's called Kiss and Tell. So I'm really excited about that. Um, I think it's definitely like next level in comparison to you know my previous projects. I think a lot of people are going to see the growth. I love the story, just the overall quality. You know, I had a really really dope team on that as well. So I'm really excited about that. So September 26th, that comes out, and I'm really really excited for everybody to see Triple Standard as well. Like that one's pretty dope. And yeah, we just got a lot of good things coming. Concealment 2 on the way. Yeah, a few more things in development as well. So just hang in there.
And
It's coming.
shout outs to Chocolate Dash. I think some of the people from the group, thank you guys for adding me to the group. The Nels, you've got your group on FB. You've got your fan club page. You've got almost everything. So how does it feel to have your own fan club and all of these things now?
Yo, that's really dope. Big ups to Cherish Love, who runs the Facebook fan group. I I love it there. Everybody needs to come join the group. Everybody follow at Team Nelson J Davis on Instagram and Twitter as well, because they post some dope content. They be posting stuff that I don't even post sometimes. So hop on those two. Hop on the Facebook group. Uh, yeah, it's really surreal, to be honest. I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like, wow, this is really happening. Like, these people love me and what I do. Like, it's really dope, honestly. It's very humbling.
Old me, new me 35 says, we love you, Nelson. And Chocolate Dash, yes, the group is so positive. Y'all show Nelson
Love you
so much
too.
love. And as soon as I put the flyer in the group that you were coming on the show, everybody went crazy. They said, July 10th, we'll be there. They locked in the date and everything. So thank y'all so much for just coming to check out the platform. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the love that
Yes.
y'all, just in general, go back. Because we did 2 interviews already with Nelson, and this is the 3rd one. It's been a minute since we
Mm-hmm.
caught up. So I'm going to take some questions from some of you guys in the audience. Do you
Yeah.
guys have any questions for Nelson or myself? Because it's great catching up with you. I've been anticipating this interview. I said, I know he's busy and I know I can't keep him. Yes, God is opening doors that you never imagined would open all the time.
Likewise.
Telling you.
Like,
So how
amen.
do you stay so
Absolutely.
centered with everything that's going on? Because you have fan clubs. Shout outs to Daquan, Styles by DQ, award-winning celebrity stylist. So make sure you guys go and check him out. I interviewed him as well too. I love you too, Chocolate Dash.
Dope,
I
dope,
love all of
dope.
y'all. Y'all are so welcoming in the Nelson fan group. Because when I got the
Mm-hmm.
invite, I said, Nelson got a fan group. I know you got the Team Nelson page. And thank you, Team Nelson, for posting the clip from, I think it was either our second interview we did when we were either, it was 2021 or 2022 in the midst of the pandemic. He was still working.
Yeah, yeah. I got a lot of good writing done during that time. So I came out already. I think I wrote like 4 scripts. So as soon as we was able to go outside,
And
production
it's
started.
been working nonstop. And I said that in the second interview. I said, do you ever have time? I said, he's busy. And Team Nelson asked you a question. Team Nelson wants to know, would you create your own TV series?
Absolutely, I would. Like I said, we're tossing around the idea of making he say she say a series. So that's one idea, and there's a few other things, other possibilities. So I definitely can see it in the future.
Ooh, okay. Old me, new me,
Definitely.
35 wants to know, when is Bondage season 4 coming? And Styles by DQ says, Nelson is the GOAT.
Thank you so much, DQ. As far as Bondage season 4, um, that's probably gonna come out sometime in 2024. Um, you know, my producing partner, Carlton T. Clay, he edits that and he kind of handles that, and he has a few other projects in the pipeline before that. So it's kind of have to wait his turn because we have like holiday projects and other things that have more presence at the moment. So we
See,
have
we
more
got
pressing.
another question for you. What is it what is, shout outs to my girl Sunshine. What is something, Sunshine, DM me too. I got to text you, girl. What is something that you want to do that you have never done before?
Do you mean like in life, or are you talking about in film? Can we get a little bit more specific? I want to answer the question, but I'm not quite sure exactly what
Because
direction
you
you're going
always,
with that.
to me, you always
Not trying to be
push the
complex.
envelope in your films. You never know what to expect. Like in Ladies' Choice, I was not expecting. I'll just say this because I don't want to give it away. I don't want no spoiler alerts over here. The Eddie Murphy thing. How? Just give us one
Right,
way to
right.
describe how did you do it. You don't have to tell us the process, but one word to describe it.
And it's funny because when I wrote Lady's Choice, I knew what I wanted it to be about, right? But I knew like off gate, like, okay, I want this to happen. I knew that moment, you know, the moment I'm
Yeah.
talking about, that moment to happen. So I'm like, how do we get there? So I kept writing like around it, like before and after. But I knew that was going to be in the movie. But I had to do my research. I think it turned out really good, because I edited that myself, and I was just like, yo, this looks kind of dope. But yeah, it is, YouTube University, man.
You never reveal the secret. She said I was thinking in life, but now that you put it in that way, both.
Okay. So in life, I really want to go visit Japan because I was actually born in Japan, and I want to go back there and see where I was born. So that's one thing that I've never traveled to Japan yet, and that's definitely, something that I want to do. As far as something in film that I want to do that I haven't done yet, uh, I don't know. I've done quite a bit. Shock you even more. Like that's just my goal.
Um,
Gotta have a plot twist. That's one thing you can always expect is a plot twist. You just don't know what, when, and where in the movie, but it's gonna be a plot twist. Signature.
oh, that's one of my favorites too. Old Me, New Me. What about Single, Save, and Searching movie?
Oh yeah. So I'm not sure when that comes out. But we filmed that earlier this year, so I was excited to do that. Have a supporting role in that. I forgot about that one. It should be out probably like the top of next year, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say it comes out the top of next year, if I'm not
Just
mistaken.
gotta stay tuned, you guys. And we got another question for you
Yeah.
from Terrell. Terrell wants to know, what is your favorite project to date? What differences or challenges have you noticed compared to your own projects and when you're on someone else?
Okay. My favorite one to date. Ah, man. So that's really hard. I'm gonna say Ultimatums is my favorite project simply because Ultimatums was actually, it wasn't the first movie that I produced, but it was actually the first movie that I wrote, but I waited to produce it. So that one's always gonna have a special place in my heart. And that movie actually was my first movie to hit the most popular category on Tubi. So it's always gonna have a special place in my heart. So I'm gonna definitely say Ultimatums. I've definitely made, better films since then in terms of like quality, but that's like one of my favorite stories is that because when I wrote it, it was originally going to be like an erotic novel, and I was like, I'm about to skip the novel, and this is about to be a
Would you
movie.
ever
So
get into that? Because Nelson, I'm just going to say it, be blunt and say it. You always push the envelope with sexuality. You're a sex symbol. And would you ever get into writing novels?
absolutely. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yo, if I do it, I'm gonna probably have to use a pen name so I can push the envelope more because I don't want nobody judging me.
Okay, future horror films. That's some Cag wants to know. Is there any future horror?
I did a horror film. It's called Legend of Dollface. Yeah, I messed the title up, but it's on Tubi. I'd like to do more horror movies, but I'm gonna be real. Horror movies they don't really perform. Uh, they don't do well on Tubi, honestly. So from a business standpoint, I don't really know. I won't say they won't do well. They just don't do as well as the thrillers and the dramas. I mean, we got to be able to make money to keep making films. So I'm not counting it out, but I don't know. I like to kind of stick in my lane though when it comes to actually producing projects and writing projects. So I could probably come up with some horror, but it's not gonna be as good as what I do.
Sunshine says she would definitely read it. How many of y'all would read a novel from Nelson J. Davis, an erotic novel? They don't because they're usually not that scary. Oh, the horror film.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Not even just like independent ones, like just horror movies in general. They're never scary to me. Like I remember laughing at horror movies when I was a kid when like my friends were scared of them. Like what? Like to be honest, I like thrillers better. Like, give me something with a serial killer, like something that could like actually happen. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was a kid, like I used to be scared of like unsolved mysteries because the dude's voice creeped me out. Like that was more scarier to me than a horror movie. Like you put on some unsolved
That was
mysteries
my
and
show.
they ain't even find the person that they're looking for.
That
What?
and Forensic Files,
Now that's
that is
scary.
my show. My mom has got me hooked to the ID channel. So those are my shows growing up to watch. And they're saying that they will read your novel if you.
I made my TV debut on the ID channel, so I made my TV debut on the ID channel. So I was on Wicked Attraction. Like that was my first time on TV
Now,
with a speaking role.
now speaking of speaking
So that was
roles, I
pretty
had
cool.
to see it because I seen you post it. And we're gonna talk about it when I introduced you in the beginning of the show. Nelson, you have 70 plus film credits. You've done over 70 films. How does it feel to have that longevity? Because you've been in the business for a long time. You are solidified as an icon, and that's how I see it.
Thank you so much. It's funny because it didn't really resonate with me until recently when somebody asked me. They were like, "How many movies have you done?" And I was just like, "I don't know." And then somebody was like, 50. I was like, "Yeah, it could be. That sounds right." And they was like, "Oh, you joking? You ain't did that many." And I look it up, and it's really 70. And to be honest, to be truly honest with you, it's actually more than 70 because it's like 15 that ain't even up there yet. So I'm really around 85, to be honest. But they're not listed on IMDb because I have 3 titles that I produced myself that aren't even listed up there yet. Not to mention with other filmmakers that haven't listed yet. So it's around
My
85.
goodness.
But it does say 70 though.
Okay, let me read some of you guys' comments. Y'all are going on in the comments. My girl Sunshine says, Insidious was scary though. I just watched the new one and was jumping every 5 minutes. Yeah, I can't do it. I watched the Barbie movie. I'm not a scary movie fanatic. My mom is though. Chocolate Dash on Final Destination, something that could really happen. Shout outs to my mentor, Miss Melody XOXO.
Yes.
Unsolved Mysteries was scary. Some of those stories be so funny though. Like it was the guy who did all of the robberies and stuff, and he basically kept leading everybody on to change his identity and stuff. It was funny. So they do have some funny stories on Unsolved Mysteries. Jackal was the
It was his voice, man. His
Dennis,
voice.
yeah.
Scary.
Snapped and Deadly Women is my favorite. Yes. Oh, and the women be looking so good.
I'm gonna tell y'all a good one. I'm gonna tell y'all a good one though. Hidden Gem. All right, so it's this show on Tubi. It's called Sex, Lies, and Murder. It used to come on TV, but it's on Tubi now, and it's really dope. It's kind of like one of those reenactment shows, but all the storylines are like sexually driven. Like I think the first episode is called "The Porn Star Killer." It was like this chick. She was a porn star and then started killing people. Like it's very it's quite entertaining. So Hidden Gem, if y'all like those kind of shows, check that out on Tubi.
Snapped on
Think
Oxygen. If you could, yeah. We're talking about all the shows. Now, would you write your own mysteries? Create a show like that? Like Murder in the Third? Mm.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I could see something like that. That'll actually be pretty dope, I think.
There is
Because there's a film that I did with Bobby and Renee. It's called Tales of the Misguided, and I kind of narrate that, and it's like 5 short stories, which was really cool. That's on Tubi as well. So actually, I think that would be dope. I have to put that on the vision board. Mystery reenactment
and
show.
Terrell
Yeah,
says, what do you
I can
watch?
see it.
And me, what do you watch, Nelson? Tales of the Misguided is good. Okay, I'll check it out when I get on.
What do I watch? I'm sorry, I didn't see the comment. It said what?
Yes,
It said
what do you
what do I
watch?
watch? Honestly, I really try to support my filmmaker friends and actors and everybody. So I stay on Tubi, you know, just watching other filmmakers and supporting them. That's usually my go-to, to be honest. It's funny because when I watch other streaming services, like when I get on Stars or something like that, I'll be anticipating commercial breaks, and I'm like, oh, it's not Tubi, ain't no commercials. I'm so used to it. But yeah, that's usually what I do is support. I love indie films, good
Me
indie
too.
films. So.
And it's nothing like supporting Black filmmakers, Black directors, and you know I support you 100%. Almost everybody that I've interviewed on my platform, Black filmmakers. Has anyone seen Donald Glover's series on Prime called Swarm? It's crazy. And another one,
Yeah, like that Beyonce one. You can't tell me that ain't about the Beehive. Yes, it's good.
Shay
I
Shay
like it.
says there is a crazy show on Tubi called The Therapist. The Therapist, a right nut. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that one. That
Yeah,
was good. Good
yes,
movie.
so good. I'm reading all, making sure that I got all of you guys' comments. So you guys make sure you guys go and check out the projects. Every movie you share, I watch. Any more questions for myself on Nelson Fashion Dolls? And one more thing, you work with my girl, Deja McCowan. She was on the show. We did a girl talk
Yeah,
together, and her spirit, she's a sweetheart. The complete opposite of her
yeah,
character. Oh my goodness.
yeah. Yeah. It's funny because I actually posted it yesterday. So yesterday made like I guess the 1 year anniversary that we actually met in person because I actually met her. She worked behind the scenes on Diary of a Unicorn in Vegas, so that's when I first met her. Oh yeah, she's great, great spirit, beautiful inside and out. Yeah,
And she's like a baby sister. I'm a little bit older than her. She's a little bit younger than me. I'm a little bit older. So when I met her automatically, it was like I went straight into big sister mode. Automatically. She's gonna be like baby
right,
sister.
right.
I'm gonna be like big sister to her. And we had a great time in that girl talk. She did Pimptress. At the time she did Pimptress,
Go.
which was a great film.
Mm-hmm.
And we had such a great girl talk. So that is up. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Sunshine says she's beautiful. Isn't she? And she's got another project coming out. So she's another one to look out for as well, too. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Ronnie the Diva says, I watch every movie you made and love them. Only cringy one was the Taboo movie. But my favorite one was when you was messing with your boss wife with his permission. Ooh.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
non-disclosure. Yeah, that's one of the pandemic movies. I wrote that in
And you
lockdown.
work with Kevin J. Stone. Kevin is coming back on the
Thank
show
you.
pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah, we work together a lot. I've lost count how many times he's actually in non-disclosure, but we've worked together countless times. So yeah, that's the bro right there.
Shout outs to Jay Evans. Make sure you guys go and follow Jay Evans for all things reality TV from Bell Collective to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Jay Evans has it, and we did a music panel together. So it was me, him, and K Tooks. Make sure you guys go and check out the K Tooks spot and Jay Evans as well too. That was a good movie. Non-disclosure, yes. And Kevin's coming back on the show, if I'm not mistaken, sometime next month, or either in the fall. I've lost count because your girl is officially booked all the way up until December. So we have been renewed. We have new episodes all the way until December. Some amazing guests. I'm not going to sure who. So make sure you guys stay
Nice.
tuned for that. Lover's Lane is another one. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
Sunshine
Gabe
wants to know,
Nation.
is there a celebrity that you want to work?
Hmm. Uh, it's so many. I'm just like, how, I don't even know. Like who? It's a lot. I just like to work, but for some reason, the first person that came to mind was Megan Good. Yes, that. So I guess
All right.
Megan Good.
I'm manifesting it. I'm seeing you on Ghost, the Power Ghost spinoff. That's what I'm seeing you on in the future. I'm manifesting it. At the rate you're going.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's put that in there. Yeah, let's
because you have been
manifest that.
working nonstop, and I could so see it. So I'm manifesting it, putting it in the universe that it happens.
Thank you. I received.
As Sunshine says, yes, she's the bomb. Yes, I love Megan. Oh yeah,
Yeah, she got this show she produces on All Black. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Dang, I forgot the name of it, but it's dope though. She like executive producer. I don't think she's been on it yet, but I'm like, dang, I need to get
Jay
on
Evans
that.
said that he could see you on Ghost. I'm surprised you're not the only Dirty B series on Tubi, or All the Queen's Men. That's another show I could see him on.
Yeah, yeah. Big ups to the Dirty D and all the Queens men. Both are great
And
shows.
everybody's agreeing. They're saying Power 2.0 and Ghost. So you never know. You got to keep your fingers crossed and manifest.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions for myself or Nelson, ladies and gentlemen? Because you guys have been waiting for this interview and waiting to get into some things to find out what has he been up to. Is there any other directors or producers that you would like to work with?
Now that one, a lot of them, because there's so many people making great content. I'm just like, oh, I want to work with them. I don't even want to name drop them because I don't. Because then somebody might be like, "Oh, you didn't want to work with me." So I'll be careful with those type of questions. But it is a lot. I'm open to, honestly, I'm open to working with a lot of, other directors and producers that are putting a lot of great content out there. So it's a few of them. I'm sorry. I know that's not the answer you wanted, but that's all I got.
Is there any other directors or producers you would like to work with? Any other questions, Fashion Dolls, for myself or Nelson? I'm having such a great time, and I hope you guys are enjoying
Yeah,
the comment.
me too. Keep
Yes,
them coming.
because they've been waiting. I've been holding this interview in for a minute. We set it back up in what, January. So we've been had this on the works. I always have something up my sleeve. And as soon as I posted the flyer, you guys went crazy. Nelson's coming on the show. So I've interviewed another one of your colleagues, Levi. Levi was a blend. Yes.
Oh yeah,
We had a good time.
yeah. Big ups to Levi. Yeah, yeah. We did a few projects together. So
Um, Kev said
yeah, we did Christian Brothers
he
and Braden.
says that you would take All the Queen's Men to a new level, especially after your work with your movie Ladies' Choice.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love all the Queens men. It's, it,
And
it was
behind the
dope.
scenes, you're directing, so it would be great if they would have you on there as director, DP. Who knows? Again, I'm manifesting.
I wouldn't be. Right, right. And I think a lot of people they don't even realize that show is based off of Christian Key's book. He executive produces that show as well. I think a lot of people all the Queen's Men. I mean, I think that's super dope because he's been talking about it for so long. Because it was originally going to be a movie, and then for him to end up making it a series, I think that's really dope. A lot of people they keep saying Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry. That's cool, but I just want to give Christian Keys his flowers because that's his show. Like it's based off of his book. He produces that show and plays on it as well. So a lot of people they overlook that when they see Tyler Perry's name, and I just want to give Christian Keys his flowers because he's really a dope person too. I actually had the opportunity to work with him a few years back.
Okay,
So
you guys,
yeah,
hold your breath, y'all. All right? I got something for y'all. Music icon Jackie McGee, you guys know her for doing the vocals on Keith Sweat's Make It Last Forever, is in the comments right now. Y'all tell this queen I said hello. Y'all tell her hello. Hey, Jackie. And she
hey
also did Salt and
Jackie,
Pepper's Expression. I did an interview with her as well, too. So definitely, he's the guy Eva messes with on the show. I love Christian Keith.
yes.
And we got some more questions for you from Brian and my girl Sunshine. She wants to know, off topic, what's your favorite food? And how do you feel about your fan base on Facebook? That is from Brianna.
All right, so my favorite food is lasagna. Favorite side dish is baked macaroni and cheese. How I feel about my fans on Facebook, I love them so much.
Um, Terrell wants to know, how do you feel about meet and greets, especially when you're going to different cities filming?
Definitely coming soon. So please, please stay locked. We definitely working
I
on
can
that.
imagine the merch. He'll probably have his calendar. He'll probably have T-shirts, all of that. So you guys,
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually about to do a calendar and another photo book, so that's in the works as well. So it's a lot of cool things at work. Just hang in there with me, I promise.
Sunshine says I make amazing lasagna.
Hey,
Jay Evans says, "Ooh, that's a good question." Because I've been curious to know too. If you could play anyone in a bio, who would you pick?
man, that's tough because I would be honored to bring so many people's story to life. But I will say this: I actually had a project in the works at one point in time, and this person is deceased, and I was going back and forth between the mom and the son, and who had the rights and all this stuff. Anyway, I actually was trying to do something like that. I can't really say too much on it, but it ended up not working out. But if there's anybody else that I could play besides that person, man, I don't really know. Y'all tell me. Who can y'all see me play? I'm gonna flip it around. Y'all tell me.
Hmm. Oh my goodness, who could I see you playing? I, it's tough because I'm trying to think of a singer or someone that has passed on this here who we need a bio on. Hmm. I would say Marvin Gaye. I could see you playing Marvin Gaye. Because, and I say that because of the sensuality
Okay.
aspect. He was a very, when he came to his performances, if you guys go back and watch some of his performances in the 70s and late 80s, baby, I could see that. I could see that for sure.
Okay. Hey, let's manifest that. Hey, let's manifest that.
And the aspect because Nelson and he's just in touch with his sexuality. Marvin was in touch with his sexuality, and he's a sex symbol. They both were sex symbols, so that would be a perfect right there. And Chocolate Dash agrees. And
Okay,
I think
I'll
he
receive it.
deserves a bio because we have a bio. Everybody else has had a bio from TLC. Tina Turner's had her bio, but no one did a bio on Marvin Gaye. So I think Nelson will be perfect for it.
Hmm. Let's manifest that too.
And Chocolate Dash wants to know who was the most impressive star you communicated with before you became famous yourself.
I tell people this all the time. The nicest person that I ever met that I got an opportunity to meet was Romeo Miller. He was the most humble person. I met him on set, and he was just like acting like any other person. He come up, hey, my name is Romeo. He wasn't acting bougie, none of that. Like I'll never forget that. He's one of the nicest, people I've ever got to meet. That's superstar status.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Because I've met a lot of ugly ones, and I ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, Romeo's definitely the nicest.
That's a good one too. Chocolate Dash. Chocolate Dash says Ashford and Simpson. Oh, Ashford and Valerie Simpson. Yes, but you got to have Ashford. It would have to be a duo. Um, yes, and Joe
Okay.
Thomas. That's a good one too because nobody did a bio on Joe, the singer Joe. I could see that.
Mm.
Sunshine says, I love Romeo. Side note, we're 3 hours apart in birth. Really? Y'all share the same birthday?
Dope.
I want to see him do a
That's a good
Teddy Pendergrass
fun fact.
pose in a photo. And that's some chocolate dash I can see. Oh my goodness. Y'all are coming in with the questions. Yeah, you could see Joe, but you'd have to shave Nelson
Yeah.
ball and all. Yeah, he'd have his beard and everything. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. I was just like, sheesh. Look, let me tell y'all. So in the movie Homeboy, right? I can't wait for y'all to see that, by the way. But in Homeboy, I had to shave like my beard and all of that because I had to play myself as a teenager too, right? So like the first like 8 days of production, I had this, and the last two, it had to go. I was like, man, I ain't taking no pictures. Look, I got them now. I'm like, I'll post them now. So I was insecure. I was like, man, I ain't gonna show nobody this until after my hair grow back. So yeah, to grow back, but it was rough. Listen, I went through it last
Rich Live
year.
says he would love to see a Rick James bio. Nelson star in the Rick James bio? Shout outs to Rich Live. I did an interview with him as well too. That is up also on the channel. So make sure you guys go and check that out.
Dope.
Sunshine says it'll grow back. I just couldn't see it because you always have your waves. Your wave is a part of who you are. And Nelson the ball for this
I'm
character.
scared.
So for you, are you willing to change your aesthetic to look like the singer or the artist?
For that, I do it, but I have to think only hard, not just typically any role. Because when I tell you, when I had to shave all my facial hair, I was like, man, this is depressing. But now that I see the final product, I'm like, all right, it was worth it. But I went through a little stage there. I was just like, I think just grew back like close to what I wanted it to when we did Diary of a Unicorn. Because right before that, we did Homeboy like a couple months, prior to that, and I had to, like I said, be the teenage me, and man, it's rough.
The beard grew back looking good like a Philly dude. And that is for my girl Sunshine. If they do one on Big Daddy Kane, you could play Big Daddy Kane. All right, Jay Evans, I could see that too.
I actually could see that.
Chocolate Dash says we love the beard. Brianna wants
Yeah.
to know, is there any future Tubi movies that you're doing? Tubi movies that you're doing.
Can you say
Brianna,
that
she
one more
wants to
time?
know, is there
What was
any
the question?
future Tubi films that you're doing?
Well, we're about to shoot Standard Two in September, so that's what I have coming up next in production. So I'm really excited about that. So we actually plan on making that a trilogy. I don't even think I told anybody that, so
Right.
you heard it first.
And let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I make sure that I get all y'all questions and y'all comments that y'all wanted to ask Nelson. Tatted Beauty says, "Hey Nelson,"
Hey,
and I
hey,
think
hey.
these are some of the people from the group that are coming in to check out this interview. Again, as soon as I posted that flyer, they said, "I'll be there. I'll be there if he's coming on the show."
Appreciate y'all so much. I love
There's
y'all.
so much love and support in here. How does it feel? And I know for me, even for me, with having this platform, it's overwhelming for me sometimes because you get so much love and support, and it's just like, oh my God, I wish I could hug you all, give you so much love. How does it feel to be surrounded by all of that love and support from your followers and your supporters?
I, I, I definitely feel like the same way like you just said. It's really surreal, and I just really, really try to make a point to kind of like reply and get back with everyone because I don't take any of it for granted, and I just love it. I love being able to interact with the direct consumers that actually love the projects. The feeling is really nothing I can put in words. Like it's amazing, grateful, surreal. Honestly, it's just like wow. Multiple times a day, it's like wow.
Overwhelming, all of that love and that support you're getting. Sunshine says,
Yep. In a
yes.
good way though.
Sunshine says, can I play a role in a future movie or show?
Absolutely. Hey, stay tapped in. I always post castings on Instagram. Just watch my stories and sometimes on my page. So you never know.
Shay Shay says, I'm old enough to
Stay
be your
tapped in.
grandmommy, but you is fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Terrell says, what are the projects you're filming in Chicago and Las Vegas, which are both my cities?
So in Las Vegas we have Life of a Bull coming up, and in Chicago I'm doing a project called Terry. I don't have any definite dates on either one of those, but those are the two projects in those two cities that I have coming up.
All right, let me see. We're all going to be here all the way to the top. Chocolate Dash. Brianna says, I love you too. And Sunshine says, soak it all up, love. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I got it. I'm pretty sure they've got more questions coming. We're just waiting on it. Also joining me tomorrow, we have Zai Salmon from the UK. She's going to be joining me. You guys know that I am the fashion correspondent for Original UK Magazine. And we just published the second article. It is on spring couture fashion. And you guys know that Paris Couture Fashion Week is going on right now as we speak. So make sure you guys go and check out the new article. Original UK can be published in the United States now. So you guys can go and pick up your issue as well, too. So shout outs to Mick Solar, who is the owner of Original UK Magazine. Are these films or plays I jumped in late? Has Tubi been better for Black actors to get their way in the game? And those are two questions for you.
Absolutely. We're talking about films, not plays. We're talking about films, primarily. And as far as Tubi being a way for the Black actors, they definitely opened up new doors for the filmmakers, Black filmmakers, which in turn, opened doors for the Black actors that they cast as well. Absolutely.
I'm ready for the Chicago movie. Can't wait. And that is from
Yeah, that was gonna be wild. That was gonna be wild. I'm pretty excited about that one as well. So definitely keep you posted, but it's
so
gonna be
y'all
dope.
stay tuned for that.
It's called Terry, and I'm gonna be Terry. So
You always change up the aspect in your characters. You never stay the same. You still get the touch of Nelson, but you always deliver in each and every one of your projects that you've done, from Lady's Choice to Concealment to all of your projects you've done. You always deliver a stellar performance.
thank you so much.
And thank y'all so much for loving the platform. I see y'all are loving the interview. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate that for
Anytime.
real.
It's always great chatting with you. I said we were going to have a good time, and I did today. I definitely did in this.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You
Thank you
are
so much for
so
having
welcome.
me
And we
again.
got to have you again and again for these upcoming projects. I can't wait to chat with you again.
Absolutely. I can't wait to fill you in. But definitely look out for Kiss and Tell, September 26th. Triple Standard is on the way as well. Yeah, I'm really excited. I call Kiss and Tell kind of my Nip Tuck project. I used to love Nip Tuck, so that was like my biggest inspiration for that one. So it's about cosmetic surgery with you know a dash of sex and thriller and all that in there. So it's definitely different than any of the other projects. Kind of like what you said, it's the same but different.
This was a great interview. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, girl. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this interview. You guys have been anticipating it, and it's been long in the
Yeah.
works. Thank y'all all so much for y'all love and y'all support. Now, make sure you guys go and check out the other interviews that I did with Nelson too. It's two more, and this is his third time coming back to the platform, and it's going to be more and more and more because I love catching up with him. Nip Tuck was a good show. Yes, it was.
Thank you.
And they took it off of FX. It's been on for a minute, but you guys, I'm pretty sure that y'all can go and check it out.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. Yeah, I had started watching it again not too long ago, so it was definitely ahead of its time as far as like the sexiness of it and how provocative it was because back then it was like whoa, they was trying to get it off the air. They had people having moms making petitions like this shouldn't be on TV. Like no, it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You should be monitoring
We'll
what your kids watch.
have more
So
questions ready
yeah,
next time, and that is from Chocolate Dash. Amazing interview, great energy. Did you guys enjoy today's show with Nelson? I hope you did. We extended it. We went at least an hour for today's show, and I hope I got to all of you guys' questions. If you guys
yeah.
have any more before we leave, go ahead and type them. But I want to leave you guys with some words of wisdom today. You guys know that I always leave you with the final thought of the day. And it comes from Maya Angelou. She says, stand up straight and realize who you are, that you tower over your circumstances. You are a child of God, so stand up straight. And that comes from Maya Angelou. And I want you guys to walk away encouraged with something positive. Shay Shay wants to know, how did you get your start?
I knew I wanted to be an actor early in life. I joined drama club when I was in the third grade, and I was like, like this, but I was like, I don't like plays. And then I fell in love with behind the scenes. I used to watch like back in the day. They had just started putting stuff on DVD. I used to love watching the making of the movies back then. So that's kind of how I got. I used to watch the making of the Matrix. I have a weird combination. I used to watch the making of the Matrix, but I used to love to watch Belly because I like how Belly looked visually with the lighting and all of that. And you kind of see that in some of my work now. So simultaneously, all of this happening, it was
And it's
just
so funny
inevitable.
you mentioned the Matrix. We had China McCoy on not too long ago who did the Matrix alongside Lawrence Fishburne. That interview is up, so definitely
Oh, dope,
check that
dope.
out.
Oh,
Yes. BIATL wants to know, what do you do for fun?
I make movies for fun because I love it. Nah, I like to just chill. I'm pretty mellow. Just like chill, watch
And
TV,
it is
maybe shoot some pool
you thought
whenever
I
it's time
forgot,
for that.
didn't you? Yep. He
Oh, hey, you ain't supposed to tell them about the ice cream.
I didn't forget. That was the first time we met. I said,
Yeah,
what was his guilty pleasure? And he said what it was.
yeah, yeah. Man, Cherry Garcia, Ben and Jerry's with a good movie. Ah,
Chocolate Dashes, Mr. Tubi, No Ceiling, so
heaven.
dope, so talented. And Sunshine says, yes, Nelson is amazing. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm his future wife. That is for my girl, Sunshine.
All right, now future wife.
Oh my goodness. Any more questions before we wrap up? David says, hello, Nelson.
What's going
Thank you,
on,
Rich.
David?
I'm glad you guys all enjoyed today's interview. I'm glad y'all all had fun. I know I did. This has been anticipated and in the works. Like, we planned this interview back in January, and now we're here.
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to meet you when you come to
I love
Chicago, and that is
y'all
from
too.
Tatted Beauty.
Hey, we might have to set something up.
A meet and greet, because you have so many supporters who want to meet you.
I love it. I love
Any
them.
more questions or things before we wrap up, Fashion Dolls? Again, tomorrow joining me, we have Zoe Simon. She will be joining me all the way from the UK tomorrow. We have a great lineup this week. Hey Dante, Top Shooter Films, more photo shoots. And yes, what that's another thing, Nelson, before we let you go, is modeling, because I'm pretty sure you won't have time for. You always give these gorgeous photo shoots. Can we expect more modeling in the future too?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We dropped a series that started on my birthday, and I had like 5 different concepts, and the response was really dope. And like I said, we're actually about to do the photo book and the calendar, um, probably in August sometime. So yeah, expect that soon.
And I know
I'm
a
excited about that
lot
as
of
well.
women
Definitely.
would be dying to get that calendar in their home.
Trying to get it
Um,
to.
Shaky
Trying to
says,
get
is
it.
there any role
I'm
that
excited.
you would refuse to do?
I mean, I'd have to take it on a case by case basis. I don't really want to say I'd have to. I'm not gonna say
Right.
that I would say yes to everything because I wouldn't, but I'd have to because I mean it's just a lot of gray area because a lot of times as an artist you might get something and it just doesn't go. I mean you have to see the artistic value in what you're being asked to do, if
Right.
that makes sense. Like some people just be putting things that's not really pivotal to the story. So that's a really complex question. And I have to take that on a role by
And not
role
only that,
basis.
Nelson, to add on to that, sometimes when an actor takes a role, it can be challenging for them. Like, I've sat with a few actors and they said, I this is very uncomfortable for me going into this type of character. You know, I never had to tap this deep into this dark side of myself. And it's just like, whoa. Has that ever happened to you on set when you've gotten so deep into a role you know you could relate from your own personal experience to the character?
I I have. Um, well, it's been times that I had to be really emotional,
Into that
right? And I'd have to tap
space.
into something that was so similar shock value as that in order to get there. And to me, the project really has to be worth it because that's a really dark place to come out of. It's exhausting. So for me to be able to take it there, I have to. Not saying I want to give a mediocre performance, but I really have to see the value in that project in order for me to take it there. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me read some more. We got some questions coming in. Chocolate Dash wants to know when is the next paint and sip.
I don't know. It's crazy because going like a little mini tour. I want to say right before COVID, and I had got, um, we got shut down, so I couldn't do that. And then I did a few more, once outside opened back up, and they were cool. And I don't know. It's just I just been so stretched with the movies. I'm not gonna say that I won't do one again, but I don't know.
Tatted Beauty says, do you like older women? Because I'm 6 years older than you.
6 years, that's nothing. How old do you think I am? No, I love all women. I'm not gonna put an age cap as long as you're legal. Let me be very clear about that.
And Top Shooter Film says the Tubi King himself.
Hey, that's my bro. He actually shoots the movies. Like he's behind the camera. He shot the last photo shoot that we did as well. So big ups to Top Shooter Films. That's my bro right there.
Any more questions, Fashion Dolls? 26, 28 years old.
26. That's how old you think I am? I'm 36.
Oh, I'm a little bit younger. I'm 29. He says 36. I'm 29. So I'm dreading.
See, a lot of people they think that I'm much younger than I am. I just turned
Okay,
36 in May.
I'm scared because my birthday will be approaching in October. I'll be 30 October 31st. I'm a Scorpio Halloween baby. So I'm scared of getting up there in age. I just want to stay. I'm like Dorothy Dandridge. I want to stay young forever. But that's impossible in that case. I'm Chocolate Dash. She trying to take my husband. Oh my goodness, y'all are something else.
Uh-oh.
All this love in the comments. I had a great show, y'all, today. Look 25, but super mature. 30s are the best years of your life, babe. Yeah, my sister, she cried when she turned 30. And the thing about it is when you hit 30, it's like you're hitting a new milestone in your life. The things that you did and maybe when you were like 18 or 19,
Yeah,
you wouldn't do maybe in your 30s. So
absolutely. Yeah,
25 and
definitely.
wise. I'm 42. What up? Yeah, I'm scared to turn 30 because it's just like you're pushing that milestone in your life. When you hit 30, it's like a milestone in your life. So I'm not really.
Man, 30 is the
Yes.
new 21,
Plus, I'm
but you just got more
going to be an
sense.
auntie, so I'm excited for that. I'm nervous because it's been a minute since. Yeah, I've handled a baby, so with my mom's expertise, I'll be there to help.
Look, hey, look, I'm a great uncle. How many great uncles y'all know look like me? Let's be real. Like, like my niece has kids. I'm a great uncle.
Really, I cried
Yeah.
too, but I love it here. 3 years later, 25 and wise. Sister wives don't compete. 42 and look 25. And the thing is, you age gracefully. You age gracefully. And I could say the person that inspires me the most to age gracefully, I would have to say is Angela Bassett, because it's just like with her, she ages
Oh yeah.
backwards. and time stands
Yeah,
still. Angela still looks the same, and it's her body, her arms, everything. She looks amazing. So I want to look like that when I get 50, like Angela.
that's goals. That's what's up. I mean, that's how I feel about like Lorenz Tate and Rick Fox. I'm like, all right, that's what I have to look for in the future.
Lorenz Tate, yes, and Usher. Usher too. They're talking about how Usher looks good for his age.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just like
Usher. Yeah, they put it side by side together. I'm like, yo, it
it's
looks
like
like the
they're
same person,
aging
like 20 years
backwards. I'm
apart.
almost 60 and
Yeah,
I look and looking 50. I'm a great aunt too. Three great nieces and three great nephews. And yes, I love Angela. Angela, my thing is this, how does Angela do it? Because she's so toned and in shape. And it's just like
yeah,
her face still looks the same. It's just like time has stood still with her. God has done the work miraculously.
definitely.
So my advice to everybody when it comes to aging, because we've talked about ageism last week on the show, and I know that that's a thing in this business as well too, is wanting to stay young forever. So I know that's impossible. I can't stay 29 forever. But yes, I am scared to turn 30, but the thing is I'm looking forward to it. Life's
Hey,
changes.
hey, drink water and mind your business.
That's what I do. I stay hydrated and moisturized and all of that. I'm almost 60 and so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm scared, but looking forward to it. And it's a new journey for me because like I said, I'm gonna be an auntie. My brother and his girlfriend are expecting, she's like my baby sister. And this is new for me. When I found out the news, I was excited. So I said, my mom says, you're going to be babysitting. Because y'all imagine me as an auntie. I would probably be the auntie that will be spoiling her nieces and nephews, getting them whatever toys they want for Christmas and their birthdays. So
But of course,
Fat says, hello, Nelson. And Chocolate Dash says, best advice. Yes, because when it comes to aging, a lot of people want to stay young forever. You know, it's like we always look for that fountain of youth thing. And it's just like that's not possible. God,
right, right.
made it in his own time and where you age gracefully. Lots of water. Congratulations. Yes, you're gonna spoil the heck out of the baby. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. If you know me, you know me. I'm probably gonna be spoiling my nephew. So I'm excited about that. Aging is a blessing. And gray hair, like my aunt, she has gray hair, and everybody's talking about how amazing it looks. So that's another thing for me. I've already starting to look for gray hairs. And my mom's like, "Girl, what is you doing? You don't have gray hair. You don't have it, not yet."
Yeah,
So it's wisdom. To me, it's wisdom, and you age gracefully. So over time, you just make sure that you are taking care of yourself, like Nelson said. Drink lots of water. So I'm glad you guys are engaged in the conversation on that because I wanted to touch on that. The women were talking about their ages, and I had to chime in and say something because I know that people have been watching my
mhm,
most recent episodes, and we talked a lot about ageism. But shout outs to Bevy Smith because she
right.
said this. She said it gets greater later. So it's never too late to embrace aging. It
I,
gets greater
I,
later.
I like that.
So to any woman out there, because most women, especially black women, for us, we're very, when it comes to age. Y'all remember the episode of Good Times where it was what was it? JJ, he asked Florida how old she was. It was her birthday, and she gave him that look. Um, I've learned my lesson from that. So I'll just say that my mom,
Right,
yes,
right.
in the black
Never
household,
ask.
we never ask our moms the age. We'll just say 20 for the time being. We'll just say that. Self
Right.
love is important. Yes, because you never ask your mom the age because mom give you that
Absolutely.
look. So yeah, I said my mom is 20. I like getting older as long as you look good for it. Right. And self love is definitely important. You got to make sure that you are pouring and taking care of yourself first before anything.
Absolutely.
Thelma
Absolutely. Yeah.
was bad, no, and she still looks the same. Still beautiful. So you make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Any other questions or comments? Because I know I can't keep Nelson, ladies and gentlemen, this man is booked and has so many projects that are going to be coming out. I get finer with age. And another thing, what you put in your body too. Make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, and more importantly,
Yeah,
making sure that you're taking your
absolutely.
vitamins. I take my vitamins every day when I get up. So that's like it's like a morning ritual. Yes, I'll be 33 for the next 10 years.
I actually just got in from
Oh, you
Vitamin Shop like
do
right
the
before this, so
IVs? A
this
lot of
interview.
people do the
So
IVs.
no one to no, I'm saying I just got from Vitamin Shop picking up my supplements like right before we started.
There you have it. That's the secret. That's the secret to longevity is taking your vitamins. Chocolate Dash, you are beautiful. She
Yeah.
is, isn't she? I'm gonna get back to you guys' comments because I'm seeing all of you guys' comments under the post and everything. I love y'all all so much. Y'all are showing me so much love. I'm gonna get back to y'all. I promise. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show and took some gems of wisdom from today's show with this interview with Nelson. We went a little over, but I can't keep him. Nelson, I want you to close it out today because I already gave my food for thought. Is there any gems that you would like to leave with your supporters and your followers?
Don't really have any gems, but I do want to say I sincerely thank you all so much for the love that you show me. It doesn't go taken for granted, and I just really appreciate it and just keep rocking with me. And I'm gonna continue to try to give you better and better content, and let's just keep spreading the brand. Let's do it.
Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned and follow
Love
Nelson.
y'all.
Fat Fat says, send me some vitamins. I need them for my lupus, Nelson.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna see what I can do.
All right, fashion dolls, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tubi himself, Nelson Davis. Nelson, it was such a pleasure catching up with you. I had a great time. And we went for over an hour. This was longer than expected, but it was so worth it. I had a great time here in today's show.
I love y'all
And we
too. Thank you so
got to
much.
have you back in the future for these next projects. So you guys make sure to just stay tuned. Let everyone know where they can follow you and check out the projects you have coming up because you have so many coming up.
Absolutely. Please follow me right here on Instagram at thenelsonjdavis. You can follow me on Twitter at Nelson J. Davis or on Facebook to look up Nelson J. Davis and just tap in with me. Connect with me. I like to respond and show love back. And of course, go to Tubi, search Nelson J. Davis, check out the collection. Let me know what you think.
And for the members of the group, the Nelson Davis group, I am going to post the link to the YouTube channel so that you guys can head on over and check out the full interview on Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube, as well as the previous interviews as well too. So once this interview is uploaded, it's going to be uploaded right after we're through, and you guys will be able to check it out, and I'll post it in the group so you guys will be able to check it. And Chocolate Dash says, follow him. Yes, so they'll be notified for everything, especially on Tubi. Make sure you guys go and check out all of the previous projects as well too. Diary Unicorn especially. All right, fashion dolls, and I will see you tomorrow at 4 with Zai Simon. She will be joining me. I love you all, and make sure you guys stay tuned. And you are so welcome, Chocolate Dash. I'm glad you guys enjoyed today's show. I know I had a great time. All of his movies are awesome. Check them out, and that is from Fat Fat.
Thank you. Thank you
All of
so
this
much.
love. And Tatted Beauty says, I'm rocking with you till the wheels fall off. Chocolate Dash says, we love you. Keep being you. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed this show and interview today. I will see y'all tomorrow at 4. So make sure you guys tune in with Zai Sun. Take care, everyone. And Nelson, it was always a pleasure
All right.
having you here.
Thank you so much.
All right, fashion dolls, the king of Tubi himself, Nelson Davis, and this will be up on Style by Stevie on YouTube. Make sure you guys head on over and subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified when all of the new interviews and shows are uploaded. Take care, everyone.